That's
What's
how the
it
Hitman
like
started.
going out?
Huh?
What's it like going out, like knocked out? What's that feeling like?
Let's put you to sleep here. We'll do it live.
Where else can we get it? Screen record.
Ready?
Because it's not every day, you know, someone
mean,
just goes and gets...
I mean, I was a young kid, you know, at the age of 15, 16. I was a fat fuck, straight up.
No, you weren't.
Nah, bro, straight up. If we can bring up some photos of, you know, back in the day.
On your Instagram?
Maybe on my Instagram. If you scroll all the way down my Instagram, you'll find some photos where I was a little chubby fat
Hitman,
fuck.
Hitman.
You know, you'll find some photos where I was a little chubby fat fuck. I was like 114 at the age of 16, bro.
What the fuck? What were you eating?
Yeah, bro. Nah, we got Assyrian food, Iraqi food.
Yeah.
Bro, cracker. You know what dolma is?
Nah, tell
Vine
me.
leaves. You know vine leaves?
Oh, wait, yeah, I have had those.
Yeah, vine leaves are cracker. And
Yeah,
my
but
mum-
isn't
my
that
mum
shit good
cooks
for
a
you?
lot. Huh?
Isn't that shit good for you?
What do you mean, vine leaves?
Yeah.
Nah, cuz, you know the oil they cook it in?
Yeah.
Cook it in 4 liters of oil. That's how they cook Arab food. That bread,
fuck.
rice, 24/7.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Yeah, I fucking
Yeah.
bet.
I got to bring you some dolma.
Yeah,
My
no,
mum's,
100%.
Cracker.
Bro, like, I love, always, one of the things I love about this show is that everyone kind of comes in with a different culture and a different way of food. So I've tried food I've never even fucking heard of before. So you were just eating up that fucking dollar like crazy,
I was legit 16 years old, 114 kilos. And I was thinking, fuck, bro, like I was like this, you know, big belly. I was the tallest in my year. Bro, I was very, very bad.
Yeah.
I used to play sports, right? Because I remember seeing a doctor at a young age, and the doctor's like to me, "You're 16 years old at 114 kilos." He goes, "By the time you hit 21, 22, 23, he goes, you are easy going to be over 150 kilos.
Fuck.
Easy. With the way I was going, with the way my body was growing,
Yeah.
I was easy to hit over that. So the doctor's like, bro, you got to play some sport. You got to do something, you know? I was like, oh, okay, sweet. You know, what do I got to do?
Yeah.
So I started out, I played soccer. I started out playing soccer, but I was too fat. I couldn't run. So what did
Soccer's
they do?
a lot of cardio.
They put me as a goalkeeper. You know? I couldn't run. I couldn't do shit. You know what I mean? And then they're like, oh, you got to play as a keeper. I was like, oh, okay,
That is
sweet.
so true, bro. I swear to God.
I remember, right, at a young age, because they didn't want me on the field. I was too shit.
Yeah.
You know? They used to put me as a keeper, and I used to play with, like, high-level guys, and they used to just pelt the ball at me.
Yeah.
I remember once I was in goals, right, and they used to pelt the ball at me. And I remember once I put my hands up like this. The soccer ball hit my hand so hard, my wrist had broken.
No
my wrist
way.
was fucked. Yeah. I stuffed my wrist up. And then ever since then, I was like, bro, maybe soccer isn't the go-to, you know?
Because street rules of soccer is always just fat kid
Yeah.
goes in goals.
Have you played futsal before?
Yeah?
Have you played futsal with Hader and Armin?
Nah, I haven't.
Yeah, go play futsal with Hader and Armin, then come talk to
Are
me.
they good?
Bro, are they good? They'll rip you in half. They'll shred you like beef, bro, you know? Shawarma, that's how they shred you.
Guys,
So-
I don't know. They'd tear me to parts in a fucking cage for sure. No questions asked. I probably wouldn't even make out.
Soccer, they're even more rough.
Nah, bro.
It's
I don't
hectic, but
know.
I love it.
I don't know. I was pretty good at soccer, bro.
Nah, cuz,
That was
trust me,
my
I'm telling
fucking
you.
game.
Bro, these boys will come out with knees and shit in the middle of it. Soccer. And I'm telling you, you cop a knee from Hader, bro, no one's going to take that. Trust me. It's going to hurt a lot.
Just a spinning back fist in the middle of the fucking
Bro, I'm
field.
telling you, they come and, bro, we all got hard shins straight up,
Yeah.
you know, like, and when we come in the tackle and we're going for the ball, bro, we're throwing leg kicks. You can't take a leg kick. One, all right, no worries, but we're going to come back again.
Yeah.
Rip into you.
Plus, if you're playing with the fucking boots, you can do some damage with that.
Oh, so then I ended up, like, you know, playing soccer. And then I remember at a young age, I had a fight on the soccer field, right? I got red carded, I got sent off. And then I had to go to that, like, what's it called? Judiciary, whatever the hell it's called. That court, the soccer court.
Yeah.
I never went, right? So I got barred. I wasn't allowed to play soccer. I went and played a more rough sport. I was like, I play footy.
Yeah.
I played for Dooney Roos. Shout out to Doonside, the 6'7". I played for them. And then our team, once again, we got into a fight. I got kicked off. I got sent off. And then I never went again.
You were just
know?
trouble everywhere
I
you
was
went.
just trouble. You know what I mean? I played soccer, got kicked out footy, kicked out ping pong, kicked out
Kicked out of ping pong?
everything I
How
played.
the fuck do you get kicked out of ping
I threw
pong?
a racket and yeah, I swear to God, I was in school. I threw a racket at someone, hit him in the head. I got kicked out of every sport I played.
And
know
so
what
the
I mean?
one sport where you can't fucking get kicked out of for being too rough is MMA. Naturally.
But I did get kicked out.
You got kicked out of MMA?
What do you mean? I got suspended.
Ooh.
Yeah, bro.
That
Don't
is
worry, I'll
true.
talk about that. I'm very open, you know, like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like, I'll say where I fucked up and where I haven't fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
But we'll get there.
yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there. But the point I was making was that not necessarily in that instance, but in MMA, the more brutal and the more violent and
Yeah,
the more
you're like-
aggressive you
yeah,
are,
yeah, yeah.
the better you're going to be as a fighter.
Let me tell you something, yeah. Most people that don't know me, right, know even in the cage, bro, in the cage, if you come across me, I'm the most dirtiest fighter you'll ever come across. If it means I'm going to have to win, I'll bite someone's face, you know?
Fuck.
Oh, maybe I have done it before. A couple of times. Swear to God.
You're a killer.
Yeah.
You're
swear
a
to God.
killer. They call you the hitman for a fucking
I
reason.
swear to God. I'll bite someone's face.
How did the name come about?
The Hitman?
Yeah.
So I remember when I was growing up and I started at ATT because I came into ATT as a boxer, kickboxer.
Mm-hmm.
They were a jiu-jitsu gym, you know? And they always talked me into going to jiu-jitsu, and I was like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck with that shit. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not wrestling with no guy. I'm not having
Jiu-jitsu's
that,
for
you know?
pussies.
It's for pussies, you know? And I remember one day how I got into jiu-jitsu also. I'll come back to the Hitman, but I want to tell you how I got into jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, tell me.
We were having like it was a ATT, like it was on a Saturday, and we had we bought pizzas and like we were watching movies and stuff at the gym.
Yeah.
We're like, all right. And I remember this one guy, he was a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. He wrestled at the Worlds. He competed in nationals and like, bro, he done really, really good, right? I'm not going to say who it is, but this kid was really good. He was, at the time, the elite of all of us, right?
Yeah.
So when I went to ATT, this kid was a beast. And I always said, bro, I'll bash the shit out of you. Shut up. Your jiu-jitsu stuff, it's all fake, right? So I said that to him while we're eating pizzas and stuff. And I was like, you know what? How about we do this? I was like, I'll get up right now and me and you will punch on. I won't wear gloves. I won't wear shin pads, right? And you can do your jiu-jitsu, but you got to take me down. I didn't know nothing about wrestling or jiu-jitsu vet.
Straight
I was-
bare knuckle.
I was just, yeah.
Fuck.
And he goes, all right, but if I take you down, I go, I'm not allowed to tap. So he can put me in a choke, but I can't tap. He's got to pull me to sleep. But if he armbars me or like he gets me in like a joint lock, I'll tap, he'll let go. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But if it's a choke, he's putting me to sleep. He goes, all right,
That's high
sweet.
stakes.
He goes,
That's
all right,
high
sweet.
stakes, bro.
We got to start on our feet. So
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, sweet.
Yeah.
We're starting on our feet. I'm going to belt this cunt. Boom. We start on our feet. As soon as we start, I give him a right chopping low kick. I smack him. His leg goes flying. I go, easy. Smack him again. Second time, I go, bro, I'm going to hit him even harder on the third one. As soon as I threw the third one, before I knew, he's grabbed my leg, he's hit the double, he's on my back, and he's got me in a rear naked choke.
No.
Bro, within like 15 seconds, bang. Grab my leg, got to my back, got me in a rear naked choke. Right, and I remember this guy was choking me, and I just go, I start tapping, and he's not letting it go, and I just go, both. I'm trying to hit him, and I just remember waking up.
Damn.
Boys were shaking my leg. They're like, oh shit, you all right? What's going on? And I'm like, nah, I'm all good. And then I fell in love with jiu-jitsu. I said to that kid, I go, one day I'm going to come back and I'm going to tap you out. That's how I got hooked on.
That's
right?
heavy shit, man.
And then that's
What's
how the
it
Hitman
like
started.
going out?
Huh?
What's it like going out, like knocked out? What's that feeling like?
Let's put you to sleep here. We'll do it live.
You want to do it?
I'll put you in a choke and we'll put you to sleep.
I'll do it for the pod.
I've done it before with someone else. I know what to do, don't worry. Come, let's do it.
All right, fuck
go.
it.
Guys, what you are watching, right? I am a professional in my sport. I know what I'm doing. I'll wake you up, don't worry. I'll make sure you're alright, yeah?
Hey, listen, number one podcast in the motherfucking world. Where else do you get it?
Screen record.
Ready? What's it feel like when you're getting choked? Because when I was choking you, you tried to tap.
Yeah.
What did that feel like?
There was just like no control
Yeah.
of my body.
Yeah.
There was nothing.
Yeah. Being put to sleep, but honestly, most people are terrified from it. But it's not that bad. Yeah, okay, it's bad for your brain cells, but I'm talking about when you get put to sleep, right? And you wake up and you just go, you're like, oh shit, okay, I know where I am, you know? Because for 1 second, you start forgetting, oh shit, where am I? Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Oh, and then you go, okay, it starts coming back together and you go, okay, this is what I got choked with. And then it starts all coming back together.
Yeah.
But the feeling, it's the best feeling because when you wake up and you start realizing, oh, okay, I got to breathe.
You know
I
what
gotta
it
take
feels
slow.
like? It's literally like pressing restart on your computer and everything just shuts down
off,
and then it
restarts.
just comes back. But you feel
But
it
see-
coming back so
But
slowly.
see,
It's just step
now,
by step
now,
by step.
Now, Luca, when you talk about MMA and you see someone get choked out, put to sleep, you have the experience of now saying, I've been put to sleep. I know what it's like. But, right? Now we gotta let you feel what it's like to get knocked out.
Nah, bro, I'm good.
Too far. All right,
Too
yeah,
far,
nah, too far. I'm jaded up. Straight up, I was jaded up. Don't be scared.
This
bro.
fucking guy. This fucking guy.
Yeah,
That
you
was
invited me on the show, bro. It's so fun.
You know, I don't even need to ask where you got the name Hitman now. I think I fucking experienced
nah,
it. You know what? It's
it
kind of,
it
I have to
happens.
admit, like, getting choked out as a way of getting put to sleep isn't that bad.
Yeah, no.
It's not that
Honestly,
bad.
but being knocked out hurts a lot more. You know why?
Tell
you
me.
wake up with a headache.
Right.
Being put to sleep, your brain shuts off for a second. You wake up, everything comes back together. You got no headache. You got nothing. You're a little bit dozy, but then you come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Being put to sleep is not that bad.
Yeah.
But you know what it makes you do? It makes you, like for me, when I first got put to sleep by that kid, I was like, oh, bro, like I got to know how to do this to someone. Because if someone can do this to me, bro, like I'm going to end up always, you never want to be the one getting choked. You always want to be the one choking someone. You know what I mean?
You have so much more respect for jiu-jitsu after you get put to sleep. Like, even now, as I'm kind of becoming more and more conscious of it,
You're
I'm like,
going to want
oh,
to go do jiu-jitsu.
yeah, now I'm like, fuck, I need to do jiu-jitsu.
Let me tell you, where does-
because that, like, in a fight, if that happens,
Okay.
it's different in a cage, right? Like, in a cage, you could put someone to sleep and that's it. It's game over.
Yeah, but where does
in
the
a
fight always end up?
on the ground.
Always ends up on the ground. And if one person knows how to get up off their back quicker than the other person, bro, that person's always going to win that battle.
Yeah.
No matter what. You know what I mean? How do people win fights? Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
How do people lose fights? Jiu-jitsu. How have I won my fights? I've won my fights by jiu-jitsu. How have I lost my fights? By jiu-jitsu. And that's on me to go back and work on my thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But these are the keys and the steps that you have to do to be professional.
I'm
you know
sorry,
what I
I'm
mean?
still coming to terms with what the fuck just happened, bro.
Oh, put you to sleep? yeah. No, it's normal. For me, it's normal.
Yeah,
you know,
I
I will
bet.
continue. It's
Yeah.
normal. It's nothing. You know, we see it every day. That's why, you know. You see someone get put to sleep. Huh,
Yeah.
cuz you're right.
Well, you
Oh,
know
good,
what?
wake up, feel like I'm back. You
You know what, dude? Like, when you watch the UFC and shit, and you see like the elites of the elites, the best of the best, they all have very high levels of jiu-jitsu. All
Bro,
of them.
all of them.
Or
All
they
of them.
have
All of
to.
them. All of
Even the guys that don't go and attack with jiu-jitsu,
The best
they
fighters
have
right now.
excellent.
Who are the best fighters right now?
I'd say Kamaru Usman, Francis Ngannou, Kazmat, Islam.
Stop right there. Now, everyone you just named, right, all do jiu-jitsu.
Absolutely.
Even Francis.
Oh yeah.
Even Francis. Did you
believe
see
it.
Francis' last fight?
Yeah.
Bro, that guy picked him up and dumped him on his head, bro.
Yeah.
And that's, bro, how big's Francis? Like 140 kilos, 130
Yeah,
kilos?
it's like he just
Whatever.
makes the heavyweight limit.
ju-
He
125,
cuts.
yeah,
He
125.
cuts.
But, bro, massive.
Yeah.
Massive. And
Yeah,
if you got
I don't know if
someone
that's
that big,
necessarily jiu-jitsu. I think that's more of like a
bro,
judo
cuz if I
takedown
got
wrestling.
Francis, I'll pick up a couch and I'm running straight at him, bro. Bro, that man is a beast.
He's a tank.
Oh,
He's a
bro.
tank. Francis, Sian, can you pull up a photo of Francis Ngannou, please? This guy is a fucking tank.
I'll eat him alive,
Francis,
bro. I'll eat him alive.
Francis.
Go tell Francis I'll eat him alive. Yeah.
IS.
Hey, can someone go tell Francis Ngannou I'll eat him alive
It's the third one
and tell
there.
him you heard it from Lucas' podcast? Make sure you say that. Tell him I'll eat him alive.
Yeah, get us a photo of him with the strap.
Bro, bring him here. Bring him here.
Oh my god.
Who is he? This guy's a fly to me. Bro, look how big he is, bro.
He's huge, man.
Anyways,
He's huge.
get him out of here, bro. I don't want to see him anymore, bro. Get him out of here, bro.
Are you planning on fighting anytime soon? What's your story?
At the moment, I just signed to a new organization called MTK Global.
Mm-hmm.
I've been
Congratulations.
looking, thank you very much. I've been looking for a couple of fights with him. At the start of the year, we were looking. I got COVID at the start of the year, and that fucked me pretty bad.
Fuck.
Yeah, bro. Because I got booked to fight in Abu Dhabi. I think it was in February. They were trying to get me on, and then I got COVID, and that's when the COVID had hit us. Me, I've had the worst luck with COVID. Like, with this whole new COVID restrictions, laws, and rules, it's fucked me bad. Like, very, very bad.
How so?
So, like, with me right now, I've went on the biggest highs of my life to the lowest of all lows in my life. Like, I've went from at the end of 2018. Was it 18? Yeah, it was 18. End of 2018, I was fighting in the UFC. You know, I took a short call fight.
You took that fight on 9 days' notice.
I took that fight on 9 days' notice with like 13 kilos to cut.
That is fucking crazy.
Bro, insane, yeah.
Can I just give you your props for that first and foremost?
Yeah.
Like,
Bro,
talk about always being ready. MMA fighters talk about always being ready.
I fought 2 weeks before that. I fought in Melbourne 2 weeks before that.
On Hex?
On Hex, right?
Fuck,
I
dude.
fought Raf Scott, and it was a big talked about fight, you know? And at that time, it was just bang, bang, bang. But shout out to my manager, Suman Mukhtarian, and Ashkan Mukhtarian. Shout out to both of them, because at that time, you know, there was an opportunity, and they both jumped at it for me, you know? So shout out to them. I would have never had the opportunity unless it wasn't them. So big thank you to them.
Yeah, Suman and
They
Ash
jumped on to Mick Maynard and Sean Shelby, and they're like, look, if anyone's going to go right now, it's this guy. And 9 days notice, I wasn't going to say no. You know, those boys rocked up. You seen the video?
Which one?
The video where the boys rocked up to my house and told
No, I
me?
haven't.
Scroll down my page. I'll show you.
I've heard reference to it, but I didn't know the video was
I'll show
actually
you.
circulating.
I'll show you. Scroll down.
So this is the moment that you found out you were
This is
a
the
UFC
moment, because
fighter.
the boys, they were awake, right? I was 2 weeks after my fight, and I was fat, sloppy, you know, I was kicking back. Keep scrolling down. I'll tell you when to stop. I was fat, sloppy, you know, and the boys were fighting on the card. So Ash had been fighting, and Suman was fighting on the card at the time. So I was just helping the boys get ready for their fight.
Yeah.
Keep going
Which
down,
is a
keep
big
going
part
down.
of the ATT culture. Like,
it
you
is,
guys
yeah.
always are training each other,
100%.
always sparring with each other. You guys just came from sparring now. Neither you or Suman have fights coming up, like, you know, within the very close proximity, but you guys are still there in the gym, training the other guys, getting them ready, sharpening that blade. And that's why I love ATT so much, is it is
straight up.
constant.
Keep going down. There. Why I'm hugging those two people right there.
Yeah, let's see
those
this.
two cuties.
Press play and give us some volume,
Yeah,
please.
give us some volume up in here, bro.
Can we restart the video?
Start it, cuz. That'd be shy. Can you hear it?
We'll start again.
I can't bother putting those headphones on. Oh, I can hear it. See, they walked up to my house 6 in the morning. And they're like to me, hey, congratulations, you've just been signed to the UFC. And I was like, what? What do you mean? I was spinning out. I thought it was a dream.
Thank you, Sian.
I thought it was a dream.
You thought you got choked out.
I thought I got choked out. I thought it was a dream. I was like, bro, because for so long, you know, like, I've been grinding in this sport for like 3-4 years non-stop. As an amateur and as a pro, 3-4 years non-stop, every day, 24/7. You know, 7 days a week. We don't miss a day at ATT. You know, you're eating, you're this, you're that. I was taking short call-up fights, fighting very active. You know, I was on the highest of my all highs. You know, I was peaking. I was on like a 11 fight, 12 fight win streak. You know, I was booming. What had happened? The boys come and they woke me up that time and they go to me, oi, you know, you just got your UFC call up. So I went through all that for 3-4 years of grinding, right, for that moment. 9 days. I was like, all right, hectic, let's go. You know, look, I get goosebumps just talking about it.
Yeah,
you know?
of course.
It brings back those memories.
Because it takes something that's like a pipeline dream and something that you fantasize about and dream about, and it goes, it's here.
You know what I mean?
It's yours.
Oh, before you done anything, what sport did you play?
Soccer.
Soccer, okay. If I turn around and I said to you, right, one day you're going to play for Real Madrid, right? How far is that fantasy in your head? When you think about it, if I told you you're going to make Real Madrid one day, how far is that fantasy in your head?
Firstly, I'd probably throw up because fuck Real Madrid. But secondly, if you said Barcelona, no, dude, I would have been like, there's no emotion. There's no word to describe that emotion, that sense of accomplishment. Like, you've made it. You've done it.
All right, you know what? You play FIFA?
Love FIFA.
Okay. You know when you go rest of the world?
Yeah.
And you pick the soccer A team?
Yeah.
It's like playing for that team.
Yeah.
Imagine playing for that team.
Yeah.
Be amazing, wouldn't it?
Of course.
Yeah? That's how the dream was in my head.
Yeah.
Getting to the UFC. I was a little kid and I was growing up. I was a fat, chubby cunt. And I was like, wow, one day I'm going to make the UFC. And no one believed me, you know? Like, when I had found out, it was like, bro, you actually made it.
Yeah.
And that was the moment that I had lived for, where I was like, bro, if I ever make it, I'm happy, you know? I don't want anything else, because I said to myself, if I get to the pinnacle of a sport, bro, I'm kicked back. I don't mind, you know? And I did. You know what I mean? I done it, and it was a cracker experience, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so your fight was against Damir, and I'm not even going to try and say his last name. Ismagulov, thank you for that.
Demir Ismagulov.
Now, that was, you know, I talk a lot about how Urban Fight Night throws people into the deep end straight away. They want to get them, you know, you want to fight? Okay, let's fight. The UFC does it on another level. Putting you up against Damir on 9 days' notice was very tough.
What had happened, the way I got my call up is Joe Duffy, the guy that fought McGregor and that beat McGregor with a knee bar, right, was meant to fight Damir Ismagulov. Joe Duffy had pulled out of a fight with Damir Ismagulov. There was a couple of other names that got thrown out. There was 4 other people that got offered the fight with Damir, and those 4 people all said no. They said, we don't want to fight him. We don't want to fight him on 9 days.
He's a killer.
He was a killer.
He's a killer.
Thank God, right? Shout out to Suman. He's like, boom, I got my boy, you know? And I jumped in at that time. And I was like, all right, I'll take the fight. Fucking oath. And I remember after finding out that video clip, right? Suman goes to me, all right, now you gotta jump on the scales, right? You're gonna find out how much you weigh, and we're gonna take it from there. And I'm thinking, all right, I fought 2 weeks ago. I'll be sweet. I jumped on the scales. I was like 83.9, and I fight at 70 kilos. And I was like, fuck. And I started stressing straight away. And then Suman's like, it's all right. You know, it's all good. Put your shoes on, go for a run now. I was like, oh, okay. It's 6 a.m, bro, you know? Boom, put my shoes on, went for a run. And that's how that started. I ended up making the weight, you know? Thank God I had good people behind me.
How much of it was just naturally you working out and cutting down on body fat, and how much of it was sauna weight?
Bro, let me tell you something. That 9 days, it wasn't a fight camp. It was a weight cut. That was the whole battle in my head. I went into that fight thinking, I got to make the weight, because if you don't make the weight, you don't deserve to lose the fight. At ATT, that's how we are, you know? You don't make weight, you don't deserve to win the fight. Straight up, you know? We're very big on that.
Yeah. It's a respect thing. It's an agreement. You know? Like, hey, we agreed to fight at this weight. You know, it's 100%. It's an agreement. It's tough for both of us to make the weight. We're gonna have to make sacrifices, but if we're gonna fight, we have to agree this way.
100%. That's how it's meant to be. You know.
Yeah.
So I agreed to that weight. I'm making that weight no matter what. You know, we cut a leg off, cut an arm off. It is what it is. You know. So yeah, I ended up making that weight, 9 days notice, 13 and a bit kilos. I made that weight, almost died. Had good people around me, and I was thankful of that, you know?
Yeah, so I want to go back to the question, though. How much of it was sauna weight, and how much of it was...
So I remember I cut to about 70, 78 within the first 6 days, and I had 2 days left. Yeah, and I got to about like 78 kilos. And then eight of it was basically in water and in sauna.
Fuck, dude. That is a heavy water cut.
You know what happened to me? My calves, at one stage, from no sodium in my body, right? You can pull up a photo. I was in the bathtub.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I was
Yeah,
going to ask you about
seeing
that. It's in the
You'll
middle
see,
row.
No, go down. You'll see in my face, I was so skinny. I was just dying inside a bathtub, and I had collapsed many times during that weight cut. My calves were throbbing. It was like pop, 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 pop.
Of
pop,
course,
pop.
there's no
sodium,
potassium,
no
there's no
sodium,
sodium.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, ended up making the way, and yeah, it was, bro, it was fucking killer, bro. Straight up.
How good did it feel for you when you made
When
weight?
I made the weight,
Yeah.
wow.
Did you get to
amazing.
do like the full weigh-ins at the UFC and everything?
So what
like that?
happened? What happens is for the UFC weigh-ins, they weigh you before the official weigh-ins. So they weigh you in before. So backstage, I walked in and I remember I jumped on the scales and I was 50 grams over. You know how much 50 grams is?
It's nothing.
50 grams is nothing. I was 50 grams over. Like I'm talking about, that's probably, God knows what, bro. It's probably like a piece of paper, you know what I mean? 50 grams, nothing. I was 50 grams over and they're like to me, you have to go cut the weight. And I was like, bro, I've just cut 13, 14 kilos and I got to go lose 50 grams. He's like, you have 1 hour. And I remember Fahad took me to sauna to go cut 50 grams. Like, I mean, you could probably spit out 50 grams. That's how much 50 grams is. I cut 50
You could
grams.
go for a piss and lose
Yeah,
50 grams.
but at that time,
you had
got
nothing to piss.
You got nothing
yeah.
in your body, you know what I mean? I ended up losing the 50 grams. I went back. I weighed in. They go, all right, you've made the weight. And then you can rehydrate. Bang. Went in. We done the media weigh-ins, which is then you weigh in and you have to be on the dot there too.
Oh, you have to be on the dot
You
there.
have to be on the dot there too.
I thought it was just a ceremony. I thought it was just...
media weigh-ins, you have to be on the dot and then you rehydrate. Then you come back and it's face-offs.
Right, so when they do those public weigh-ins, they're still cut.
They're still on. They're still on. They're still on, yeah. Those public weigh-ins, we were still on then.
Wow.
Like me, Suman, we'll still, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, those public weigh-ins, you still got to be on. And then after that, yeah, it's, you know, you get to rehydrate and then
That must have been
the
such a
face-off.
good feeling for you, man, once you made
crazy,
weight.
bro. But that was the whole fight. In my head, it was just that weight cut. Just making that weight. Because I always said throughout my whole career, if I fight, I always make weight. I never miss weight, you know? And to me, it was a big thing not missing that weight and going up on that stadium. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Whatever happened in that fight, I went out for 3 rounds and I was trying to strike with him. But I remember being in that cage, I felt like I was an amateur again, honestly. Because most people won't realize you go from fighting on the local circuit, walking out, seeing your mates, seeing this, seeing that. It's crazy. But then when you hit the next level, right, it's even more crazy because you walk out and you see so many cameras. I remember I was looking up in the crowd and I was like, wow. You know, I see random people holding up an Assyrian flag and I was like, bro, these people have flown probably from Melbourne or from Adelaide, like wherever they were from Sydney, they've flown out to watch me fight. And I was just like, whoa, I fell in love with it again, you know? You fall in love with the lights.
It's strangers, man. There's strangers there to watch you.
I have to one day, right, put you in a cage. I'm going to put you in a cage one day, right, where it's life or death for you. You will fight for your life no matter what it is, right? Then you will know what I'm talking about. When you're in a cage with someone, right, and you know it's life or death, right, you're fighting with your life. I forgot about that because I walked out, I seen the bright lights, I was like, fuck, this is cracker.
Yeah, you got absorbed in
wow,
it.
this is hectic. I forgot about the whole fight. So when I came out to fight, I was good for the first 20 seconds, you know, I was moving around and then bang, my body had a adrenaline dump. My legs felt,
I've heard a lot of fighters talk about that. What is that? What's going on in an adrenaline
your
dump?
body, people who fought, you guys will understand what I'm saying. There'll be times where you come out after your first or your second round and you can't lift your arms up no matter what, right? You're in the corner and you're about to go out in the cage. You can't lift your arms up and you're like this. And then the ref goes, you ready to fight? And you're like, fuck, I ain't ready to fight. I can't lift my arms up right now. And he goes, go. Somehow you still lift your arms up, right? But your arms are gassed,
Yeah.
right? Your your punches start going like
Well,
this.
you got to think about it like even if you look at it from a scientific point, right? Like when you're in a fight, all your hormones are heightened, your testosterone is heightened, your nervous system is so sharp because, especially in a UFC cage, there's very minute room for error.
Yeah, bro.
You know, you slip the jab just a little bit too late, you could get KO'd.
Not as an amateur.
Not as an amateur,
Not
I'm
as
saying as a
amateur.
UFC fighter.
Yes, 100%. Let me tell you the difference, yeah? As an amateur, right, the difference between an amateur and a professional, right, is an amateur makes more mistakes than a professional does, right? As a professional, if you make those same mistakes you make as an amateur, a professional will capitalize on it and finish the fight a lot quicker than an amateur will.
Yeah.
Right? That's the difference.
It's efficiency.
Yes, 100%.
It's efficiency.
Right? And when I went into that fight, I fought like an amateur again. I was making a lot of mistakes. I was giving up stupid takedowns.
So you lost the fight. You know, you've said that you were struggling in the cage. You felt like an amateur, which is completely understandable. Considering it was your first UFC fight, you took it on 9 days' notice. Your whole battle and your whole camp was just around getting to weight.
You know,
and you were put in there with a killer.
Yeah.
Like, let's not take that apart. Like, this man, fuck, what's his name again? Demi has gone on to have 22 pro fights and won the vast majority of them. I believe he's 22-1 or 22-0. Like, he's...
God knows what that guy is, you know?
Yeah, like...
That guy, he's very good. I think his last fight fought a Brazilian, bro. The Brazilian dropped him in the first round. And, bro, he just knows how to win. He's just good at a game plan, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, his game plan with me was just, bro, take this guy down because this guy's a striker. He knew I was a striker. Me and this guy, we trained at the same place before. His coaches knew who I was, knew exactly my style, you know? So they're like, bro, go take him down. After every single fight he's had, you don't see him shoot anymore. Like, with me, I think he shot like about 17, 18 times in a fight. He hasn't even shot, he's probably shot once in the space of like 4 or 5 fights after. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, look, it's a strategy and it worked, and I have to give props.
Crazy, yeah, bro.
I have to give props. Like, he did it. But from what I understand, you had a couple more fights scheduled as well. Like, this wasn't just a 1-fight contract. You were looking at like 5 or 6 fights. Is that right?
So I got given a 6-fight contract with the UFC, you know? Shout out to the UFC because when I was down and out, these guys, they helped me out a lot. No matter what I went through, they were still good to me. So big shout out to them. So I was still fighting with the UFC, and I'd got given another fight, and that fight I got given was against Jalen Turner in 2019 February. So I got given a fight with him, and then I remember copping a phone call, and I was like, "Oh, you know, you've been pulled out of a fight." And I was like, "What do you mean I've been pulled out of the fight?" Rah rah rah. And then they're like, "Oh, you know, we got to test you." And I was like, "Oh, what do you mean?" And at that time, you know, USADA was testing a lot of people at that time. When they tested me, they found nothing in my system at the time, and they're like to me, "Oh, you know, like there's nothing in your system." And then during the UFC, right before I fought in the UFC, they tested me, and those results had came back a couple months after. Okay, so the results don't come very natural. Very quick, sorry. So the results that they had been given back in a couple months' time, right? A testosterone booster was found in my system, right? And at the start of that year, right, I wasn't thinking about fighting at all. I had gone through a lot at the start of the year, and I was like, bro, I'm not gonna fight. I don't want to fight. You know, I had my father passed away at the time, and I was going through a lot then. I wasn't thinking about fighting.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You know, in 2018. No, it's all right. I wasn't thinking about fighting in 2018, and I had tore my knee. I tore my meniscus, and then the doctor gave me some pills, and he's like, "Oh, take these. These will help rejuvenate your knee." Rah rah rah. And those tablets he gave me, you can't take on the USADA program. You know what I mean? So it's considered a performance enhancer, right? You can take, for example, pre-workout, and it'll be a performance enhancer because you can't take it on the USADA list. There's a
Wait, you can't take
list.
pre-workout?
Some pre-workouts you can't take because it's got certain substances it can't take. Like you can't take. These pills I was taking, they had certain substances.
What were the pills?
They were to help rejuvenate my knee. So I had torn my meniscus,
Yeah.
and they were like, what are they called? It's like a, what are they called? It's like a sleeping tablet, you know, and it helps fix your knee and stuff. It's for inflammation.
Mm-hmm.
I was taking them for like 2-3 weeks, right? And then I stopped taking them. And then that was in January, February, at the start of 2018. So I was taking them at the start of 2000. I took it for like 2 weeks and I stopped taking them because my knee felt better. December, I got signed, yeah? In February, they were still in my system since February. You know what I mean? So
So
Not
from
when I-
February
not
to
when I
December,
was
we're
in-
looking at 10 months.
not
There's a
when I was
10
in
month-
the UFC, I had been taking stuff. 10 months prior, I was trying to fix my knee. 10 months. So like if I tell you right now, in 10 months, what are you going to do? You're going to have an amateur fight? You're not going to think that far ahead, you know?
Yeah.
If it comes, it comes.
Especially
I
in the
never
UFC.
fought
You
in
never
10
would have
months.
thought you would have been
In
fighting
10
in the UFC.
months,
Yeah.
I'm going to have 4 fights. And in 10 months, I'm going to be in the UFC. I never thought that far ahead. 'Cause I
Considering that you're coming back from
'cause I
fucking
thought-
tearing your meniscus, there's no
I'm
way.
23 years old, you know, and I got shit going on in my life. I got to put fighting to the side right now.
Yeah.
Then opportunities came up. I took the fights on. Bang, whatever happened. I blew up, you know. And then when I got tested and all that came out, USADA told me, like, look, straight up what happened. I told him, I go, look, this is what happened. This is what I took. This is how I took it. This is when I took it. I told him everything. Realistically, I was meant to get 4 years for ban. As a ban, I was meant to get 4 years.
A 4-year ban.
I cannot fight. Right? I was the first case they'd ever had where they'd given me 18 months. They were meant to give me it's minimum 2 years. But because I was so open and honest to them and I told them exactly what I had taken and I told them exactly what I had done, they go, all good, you know? It is what it is. They helped me out. So big thank you to them, you know? So I went from going, okay, I'm fighting in the UFC.
With the 6
Mad.
fight contract.
Right, 6-fight contract, hectic. Boom, I'm fighting 9 days, hectic. Boom, I lose that fight. I'm like, fuck, you know? I want to get it back. 2 months later, you're fighting. And then a couple of weeks later, I found out I was suspended. Now you can't fight for 18 months. And I was like, fuck, what am I going to do? You know? I went from fighting fucking bang, like short call-up fights to you can't fight for 18 months.
Yeah.
So
And
what
I think
happened
it's
to
worth,
me-
I think it's worth mentioning as well in that prior to that UFC debut that you made is that you went on a crazy fucking killing streak. You went, was it 10-0 as a pro?
No, I was 7-0 as a pro.
7-0 as a pro, sorry.
I was 7-0, but I had one in my amateurs too, so I was like on a 12-fight win streak.
Yeah.
You know, and I was unbeaten.
Yeah. And dominating. I mean, we've got some clips here. If you could jump to about 2 minutes, Jan, because this is probably my favorite video of you ever.
This one?
Yeah.
It's a cracker video.
Yeah, just about
Shout
2
out
minutes.
to
Play
whoever
it
made
there.
this, who made
Chuck
this
the
up on
headphones on so you can get some audio.
Okay.
And play that. This is just like a compilation of your run as a pro where you went 7-0. And you really fucking just put everyone apart, man.
Yeah,
like, I don't
bro.
think people give you enough credit for what you did on these hex fights, on these urban fights.
Bro, people that know, like, I know a lot of people want to see me come back and fight at the moment, you know. The one question I always get asked...
This kills me. This
Yeah,
kills
this
me.
one?
When he gets you in the leg lock, and then bang, you just flip him off.
Bro, fuck that cunt. I'll slap him again
How
if I got to.
fucking crazy is
I
that?
reckon one of my boys should slap this guy, bro.
I
I've
can't
actually already had
believe
my
you
fun.
flipped him off
Let's
in the
get
middle of
Togo
a leg
to fight
lock.
this guy, Rame up.
Thank you, Sian. That's all I wanted to show.
Hey, can we get Josh Togo or Ramo to fight this guy? Hey, where's Suman? Suman at?
Simmons on TikTok right now.
Nah, probably is.
But
Hey, give Australian Top Team a follow on TikTok. Make sure you give me a follow on TikTok too. You know,
where do they find you?
Hitman_ATT or go follow Australian Top Team. You got to follow the pages. You know.
So you went on a crazy run as a pro. I mean, firstly, that video of you fucking flipping someone off as they've got you in a leg lock is
That one?
hilarious.
Yeah,
That is
yeah,
hilarious.
that's crack
Did he just not have it, or were you just not phased?
No,
What
I
was going
remember.
on?
I remember being put in the positions. I have two great coaches. You know, Suman and Ashkan Mukhtar. They helped me a lot with my leg locks. especially Ash. He loves his heel hooks. Suman's really good at positioning on the floor. I've been put in these positions, you know, and we've been taught to keep calm, keep relaxed, fight the hands, know what you're doing. You know, I was composed no matter where I am. I know I've been in those positions. You know, all good. Take my leg. You know, I put my leg out, take it.
Yeah.
You know, bro. If you can manage to snap my leg, all right, go for it. You know, like my coach Suman. You know, if you get him in a footlock, he'll say, if you tap me in a footlock, I'm the biggest bitch. I know he'll say something like that, you know? Because he's that comfortable to give you his foot, all good, go do what you can,
Yeah.
you know? He's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
He's taught me to put myself in those positions. So when I'm sitting there, I'm relaxed, you know? All good, cuz, take my leg. You snap it, all good, take it. But I know he's not going to snap it, you know? The positioning on my knees, if you watch, I take my knee out, you know, and I know my knee's not in. If he's going for a heel hook, you got to get your knees up, you know, you got to get close to the bum. You know, there's
It's just
certain
fucking
things, you know.
hilarious. In the middle of a fight, you flipped him off.
Yeah, bro, fuck him, bro. Because I remember this guy, he talked shit about me.
Why do you hate him so much?
No, I don't hate him. Right now, I don't hate him. I don't fuck with him because he spoke shit about me. You don't forget that. He turned around, he goes, I can't wait to take this guy in the second and third round. I'm going to bash him in the third. He goes, this guy's got no heart. So I remember being in these positions, right, and seeing a fully grown man broken in front of me. And I go, bro, I got no heart. I remember I screamed at this guy in the third round. I go, bro, where's your heart? Where's your heart? I'm running towards him, fucking pumping him. That was a good fight, but good on him. Props to him. Hats off to you.
So you get busted by USADA.
Oh, yeah.
You get busted by USADA.
I get
an
busted
18-month
by
ban.
USADA. They give me my suspension, you know. I'm thinking, okay, well, I can't fight for 18 months now. What am I going to do? I was so used to bang, 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 fighting. To me, becoming a body. I became a body, you know. I became a body for the boys, and I was always more than happy to become a body. Because for me, if I wasn't fighting at the time, I was on, okay, all good. You got 18 months, go learn.
Yeah.
You know? So I start learning for the next 18 months. I become a body. Shout out to my main training partner, Josh Togo. You know? That guy kept me in the gym when I was like, fuck, bro, I can't be bothered, you know?
Josh is exceptional.
Josh? Yeah,
Josh
bro.
is the best.
Josh is, bro, he's a weapon, bro.
The fact that he's not in the UFC right now, like, baffles me.
See what I mean? Like, I'm more than happy to become a body for that guy because I know that guy deserves a shot in the UFC. Because I know he can hang with those guys, you know? He's a fucking beast, bro. Togo's a beast, bro, straight up.
Yeah, big shout out to Josh Togo. He's so technically gifted and so precise and so strategic in everything that he does.
I train with that guy every single day.
And he'd make your game so much better as well.
Bro, he's made my game really, really good, you know, because no matter, even if we, like, he's wrestling, he's jits and stuff, he's got a different understanding to it. And that's why it's good for me. Every day I go in the gym, if he comes, right, and like he'll come 15 minutes late, no matter who I'm with, I'm partnering up with Togo because, you know, that's my main body.
Yeah.
So to see what Togo's done when I was out for those 18 months, it made me feel like, shit, this feels like me fighting again. So I had put all my energy into Togo to help Togo out always, you know? So for me to see Togo win, it feels like I'm winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the love I have. That's the love we have in ATT.
Of course.
When our brothers are winning or when our teammates are winning, bro, it's like I'm winning.
Yeah.
So for me, if I don't fight, all good. Because I still have boys that are fighting where I can be in their corner and it feels like I'm still feeling that experience. You know what I mean? Because for me, I was like, I just want to get to the top. Once I get to the top, I'm all good. If I don't fight, I'm all good. You know what I mean? Because I just wanted to reach that. And now I get off on like the boys when they fight. I'm like, all right, now coaching, you know? For me, I'm loving my coaching. I'm loving teaching people, my privates, I got a good
And I
people,
think as
like,
well,
around me.
I think as well, coming from a coaching perspective, you have a very different appreciation of the sport. You probably now have a far more technical understanding of MMA than you ever have in the past, purely because of how much time you've dedicated to coaching. Because now you can see the inefficiencies in other people's technique, and I'm not outing out anyone in general, anyone specifically, but everyone's got inefficiencies, things that they can work on, things they can get sharper and better at. And so when you see those things and you can help them make the minor corrections, it also helps out your game. It helps you understand what you're doing better. So I think having that coaching experience is so important for fighters. I think
you got to have it. If you don't have money in the bank, right? You're never going to be able to cash out. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't have knowledge in your head, you're never going to know how to use it.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean? And the reason why you're able to coach and why you're able to... because
it's just mat time.
Exactly.
It's my mat time. You know, my mat time, I've done a lot of hours on the mats.
Yeah, I felt it. I mean? I know firsthand.
You know, I've done a lot of hours on the mat, From the age of 15, I've been on the mats. You know, I'm 26 now, and I'm still on the mats. Mate, I might not be fighting at the moment, right? I'm trying to get that shit organized with my manager. I'm not fighting at the moment, but I'm still in the gym, Even if I've got an injury, I'm still at the gym. I'm still there. I'm coaching. I'm doing my part, And
do you think now, in terms of with your management and stuff, do you think now it's going to be harder for you to get fights because people, and I'm not saying me personally, but people might say Alex the Hitman is a fucking drug cheat, that he got busted by USADA. Are you concerned about that?
No, I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. Because why? I own up to it. I'll say it where I fucked up and where I haven't fucked up. And I'm like that. All good. You want to say it? Bro, it came out of my own mouth. I know I fucked up, There's no need to rub it in a bit more. Because, bro, it happened. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't live in the past. I try to work on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to go on from that. So, if they want to save that, all good. Hats off. I'll pat them on the back because I know I've gone past that. I went through a rough stage at one stage after losing my contract and, not fighting for 8 years. I went through a bad stage, All good. I've moved past that. I know how to overcome that. As you grow older, you start growing a bit more mature. You start learning. You know what I mean? So for me, I was like, all good. If anyone wants to say anything, I don't care. But right now, there's nothing for me. I can come back and fight in Australia, but what am I gonna do? I've already fought in the UFC. You know what I mean? When you fight at that level, right? Nothing really phases you when you come out. And you come out to, for example, a show where everyone's slipping over, falling over, bro. You don't want to fuck with that shit because I had a couple of teammates fight on a certain show where they're falling over their own selves, defending their titles. They're falling over and hurting themselves in the cage, bro. And I was like, if I come back and I fight here and that's gonna happen to me, bro, I'm gonna be a laughing stock of a whole town.
Yeah.
I don't want to come back and fight here. There's nothing for me. You know what I mean? There's no one that interests me in Australia right now, and no one motivates me to fight. I was like, if you want to fight me a fight, I'll fight international. And they found me many international fights. But the weight cut and the timing hasn't been right. You know what I mean? Every time I've been booked to fight, bang, we've been hit with COVID-19 or we've been hit with something ugly. You know what I mean? So it hasn't made sense for me to fight. Every time I've lined something up,
you haven't felt any other consequences from this USADA bust, in terms of booking fights? People still want you to fight. People still want you on their cards.
Yeah, 100%. I've had more than 4 or 5 fights fall out within the last year and a half. It's been all right. We're back. I can't wait. I'm gonna make some noise. Bang, COVID-19.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang. We're back. Okay, you got travel restrictions now. You know what I mean? So every time I've went to make noise again, bang, I've just been shut off, And it is what it is. It might not be my time now, but there's a lot of killers at Australian top team. And I'm more than glad to let them have their go. All good. It's your turn now. I've had my fair share. I've been there. I've done that.
Do you feel like you've had your fair share? I don't think you've had your fair share.
I've had my fair share.
I think
I've got a lot more in the tank. You know what I mean? The people that train with me know I'm gifted.
I think the UFC still owes you 5 fights.
100%. They still
I think they still owe you 5 fights.
I still can go back and do that. The UFC still want me back. They said to me, if you go have a couple more fights outside of a circuit, we'll take you straight back on. the reason why is because I was so helpful with them. You know, I helped them like with their research and whatever they needed. I was always on top of it.
On top of that, dude, you took a fight on like barely 2 weeks' notice and had to cut 13 kilos.
And the matchmakers and the people know that. Yeah, fuck. I lost my fight, you know, it is what it is. But I went to decision with a guy and I stayed in there, you know.
Dude,
how many
you
times
can
he tried to
lose your
finish,
first MMA
know?
fight in the UFC. No one gives a fuck. It's normal. It
Yeah.
happens. Dude, it happens to the best in the world.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the thing. Even though it happens to the best of the world, you still expect more from yourself. You
Of
know?
course, of course.
And even though I got to that level, I had my fun. I done my fair share, you know. But hopefully
disagree.
soon,
I
you
don't
know,
think
like
you've done your
the
fair
most
share,
the
man.
most question I get asked about is when are you fighting again? Everyone that like I have so many people who always ask me, Hitman, when you back again? You know what I mean? And that's the one question I always get asked a lot. When are you back? When you back? When you back? You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure a lot of people want to see me fight again. I'd love to come back and fight, but right now it's not making sense. I'm trying to find the right path where I get on like with my diet and my weight cuts. Because right now, bro, like I'm 88 kilos.
You're
You know what
88
I mean?
now?
I'm 88 now. But usually, like when I'm bad, I hit about like 98, 99, and I fight at 70 kilos. You know what I mean? So like at one stage I was 98, 99, you know, fat, sloppy, and I was like, bro, I'm over shit. But, you know, shout out to Australian Top Team because they always kept my head in there.
Who keeps you focused? Who keeps you motivated and driving towards more?
Scott Morrison. Nah, chain up. Swimming. Nah, that guy look like Scott Morrison, bro. Straight up. Swimming, straight up, you look like Scott Morrison. Straight up, that guy looks like Scott. Anyways, swimming. You know, I got my two coaches. You know, they're my main coaches, Swimming and Ashkan Mokhtarian. You know, and they're their head coaches for all the boys.
Yeah.
You know, they taught me everything I know, and they put me in the position I am in today, like with the UFC. You know, so shout out to them because they've taught me a lot. You know, I wouldn't be half a person I was if it wasn't for them. So thank you to yous. You know, you guys really inspire the young youth. You know, we have a lot of kids in our gym at the moment, 15, 16, 17. You know, they look up to you boys. So shout out to you.
Yeah,
guys.
that's the thing about once you've hit that level of, you know, going beyond the regional circuit and looking at international fights. I know, like, even people like Josh have had international fights, Suman and Ash, and yourself obviously had very, you know, short bursts at the UFC. Is that once you've hit that level, you become a role model, whether you like it or not.
Whether you like it or not, you know what I mean.
That
like,
responsibility gets put onto you.
Right now, we've got a bunch of Iraqi kids coming into our gym. You know, like young Iraqi kids, and they're all right now looking up to Hader. You know, Hader's Iraqi. He's the one that's growing up right now, and I know Hader himself is probably like, bro, why do these kids look up to me? But he doesn't realize, like, bro, you've become something amazing, you know. Like
you have the
become
strap,
back-to-back champ, you know. So he's another role model, you know.
and the thing is, you don't get to choose that. You don't get to make that decision. It gets put onto you.
It gets put onto you with your position.
Exactly.
The way you hold yourself, you know. It's always about the way you hold yourself, and that's what's important.
100%. We've got a good weekend of fights up ahead. You
This
excited
week?
for that?
Yeah.
got-
I can't wait for this week.
Volkanovski, Korean Zombie.
Julia Gillard, Scott Morrison. I don't know what's with me, Scott Morrison. He keeps coming up in my head. Guys,
Elections
someone gets
Elections
Scott Morrison out of my head, bro. I don't know what the fuck's he doing in my head. Anyways, we got Kazma and Gilbert Burns. This
That
week.
is going to be killer.
First round KO. Kazma put it on.
You
right?
putting it
That's
on
paying
that?
good money, right?
You cannot look past Gilbert Burns.
100%. But
cannot look
I've got
past him.
first round KO, right?
Yeah.
I've got something in my head. It's telling me it's going to be a first round KO.
Interesting, because Kazma's like, he's good at striking, but he's not necessarily a knockout artist.
What's Burns worried about right now?
Probably the ground.
Probably the ground. But
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, he's still a 4 or 5-time all-time jiu-jitsu champion, you know, like he's wrestled at the Worlds and won, competed.
Pretty sure he got gold at the Olympics. Can you check that? Gilbert Burns.
Like, you know, he's up there with his jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
He's been around the block, you know. But I just think, you know, Kazma's style different, cuz.
Oh, God,
That's my style.
I just love him, man. I kill everybody. I kill everybody. And the way he fights, man, is so explosive, so entertaining. He's at the top of his game right now. He's 10-0. He's got this crazy momentum behind him. Gilbert had a very hang on.
You know what's funny? Let me tell you something. Yeah, I remember Suman came up to Togo once, and he goes, "Hey Togo, you got to take this fight." And Togo's like, "Oh, who is it?"
Yeah.
And then Suman's like, "Oh, you got to take this fight with Kazmat." Togo was meant to fight him at 77.
Shut the fuck up, really?
Yeah, in Abu Dhabi. I remember Suman got given the offer, and then we didn't jump on it quick enough because, like, I think Togo was away at the time, or Togo had come back a day after Suman got the offer, and then he offered it to Togo. Togo said yes. Togo was meant to fight him. He didn't say no. He's like, I'll fight him. And when Suman went back, they're like, sorry, someone's already taken the offer. Bang.
Fuck.
He came out. We didn't know who he was. He was 0-0.
Yeah.
He was 0-0 in the UFC. You know,
It's crazy, dude. Some of these people just pop up. He popped out of nowhere, man. No one saw it coming.
We're like, all right, fuck, you know, Togo, you might have to get
just on that
wrestled,
Gilbert Burns note,
fuck, take the opportunity, Togo.
3-time world champion and World Cup gold medalist. Okay. He is 35 years old. I believe he's like 30-4 or something along those lines. 20-4, rather.
Anyways, bro,
He's got a lot of experience,
I still think he's gonna win.
Yeah, it's a really good matchup, man. And I think you've got a good point. Kamzat could really come forward with the striking.
You know, he's got good jiu-jitsu. He's got good wrestling. You know,
very good wrestling. Very good wrestling.
He's got good striking, but Kazmat, I think, is gonna hit harder than him. You know, Kazmat right now, he's on a roll.
Yeah,
and he's on a point to prove. Right. Worst case scenario, he takes him down. He ground and pounds him. TKOs him. That's the worst.
I don't know if going to the ground. I don't know if going to the ground.
He's not submitting him. Put that out of your head.
He's not
submitting him, okay? Right? Unless he fucking catches his back, flattens him out, starts ground and pounding him, and puts the choke in. All right, you might submit him, right? Like that. But, right, he has more of a possibility to TKO him than submit him. And I think it'll be in the first round.
think it's dangerous for him to take him to the ground.
For Kazmat?
Yeah.
Nah, bro, nah.
Gilbert Burns.
That guy probably doesn't lose a round in the gym. That guy picks up Darren Till probably with one hand, you know what I mean? That guy's a beast.
Well, he's doing a lot of Muay Thai. He's over there in Tiger Thai over in Thailand.
Who?
Kamzat.
No.
Yeah, he is.
He was in Sweden.
Yeah, he's in Sweden, but he was in
Sweden.
No, but I watched the recent UFC Uncovered. He's spending a lot of time on his elbows, on his knees, on his clinch work. Like he's looking for those KOs.
Yeah, he's looking sharp, bro.
Yeah, he's looking very good. It's gonna be such a good fight, man. Okay. And then of course you got Korean Zombie up against
Alex
Volkanovski.
Alex is one of my mates, you know.
Oh really?
Yeah, like I know Alex, you know, every time I see him, he's very respectful, comes up to me, says hi, rah, 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 rah. I hope he wins, you know. So
yeah, of course, me too.
Good luck to Alex Volkanovski. I hope you do good, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know, he's fighting a fucking tough opponent, bro. He's fighting Korean Zombie.
A very durable, experienced,
been around the block,
technically gifted. I mean, Korean Zombie's got a lot to offer. I think matchup wise, this is perfect.
Yeah, no. For Volkanovski, bro, it's perfect, you know? Yeah. Korean Zombie's a zombie. He's going to walk forward and he's going to take a beating, bro, from Volkanovski. But, you know, I still don't put it past Korean Zombie because he does have that one-hit knockout power of the uppercuts and the overhands and the ground and pound. He's got those big hits, so you can't put him out. Fuck, he's paying $5.50, bro. Straight out. He's paying $5.50, you know? It's crazy because either one of them can do so good, bro, but like, yeah.
It's gonna be a great night. By the time this episode comes out, you guys already know the results. But my money's probably on Volkanovski, and I'm gonna go controversial. I'm gonna go Burns. I'm gonna go Burns. Yeah.
You're gonna go Burns? You think Gilbert Burns wins?
I think the experience will pay off, man. Because Gilbert Burns had a very good point. He goes, I was that guy. I was 10-0 at one point in time. I know what that feels like.
Yeah, but that's what you say when you're a bit older, cuz. That's what you say when you're a bit older, cuz, and you see someone coming up. You got nothing else to say, bro.
Yeah.
I think Kazmat's fucking...
Yeah, it's...
eat him.
Yeah, no, I fucking love this sport, man. It's gonna be a really fucking good night. It's gonna be a really fucking good night. You know, when you were in the UFC, were you allowed to bet on yourself? Is that legal?
Honestly, I didn't even know about betting then.
Right.
Like I was, I was 20, I was 23, but I never liked, I never knew about sports bet and gambling and shit.
Yeah.
I never really got into that.
Because that's really
But
interesting,
now I
right?
know about sports bet. I know, bro. I know. Fuck me dead. I know about sports bet. Fucking hell. Fuck you, Foz. Yeah, one of my boys, bro, is very bad. Anyways.
I'm just curious about that because obviously you can't bet against yourself, but I'm like, I wonder, like, can you bet on yourself? Do you think you can?
No, I don't think you can.
No?
I don't think you can. But if I slip you a K, I'll go, oh, yeah, chuck it on, All good, I'll give you half.
Yeah, it could happen.
People do shit like that, but.
Yeah, look, if you really wanted to do it, for sure.
But no, why would you do it? It's stupid. Anyone at the time when you could bet on me, and someone would say, "Bro, I put 1K on you," I'll walk up to him, I'll be like, "Bro, I hope you fucking lose your money." I don't care, cause you don't want to hear that shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like some fucking idiot will come up to you and be like, "Bro, I put 1K on you, right? Make sure you knock him out." Bro, I've been trying to knock him out, I've been trying to knock this guy out. Bro, I don't care if you've got money on me.
Oh,
I don't
fuck.
care.
Now that you
Honestly,
say it, I'll
you know
try
what
and
I mean?
do it. Yeah.
Put yourself in my position.
Yeah.
You got so many people coming up saying, "Bro, you got cracker odds. Can you finish him in the
Well,
first round?"
that's
Bro,
what happened in the old school boxing days, man. Like, do you know what smokers are?
No.
Okay, so back in New York, we're talking like 40, 50 years ago, they would have these rooms called smokers where they'd have underground fights. Amateurs, anyone, anytime could go. And they called them smokers because the cigarette smoke from inside the room was just so thick because everyone was just in there smoking, taking bets on these, amateur fighters. And you'd get like people betting constantly against each other and for each other, and there's money just being thrown around everywhere. And a lot of the time that gambling that takes place is what pays the fighters, because someone will go, you won me $2,000, take $500. Do you know what I mean? And smokers is where a lot of great fighters came out of. Mike Tyson came out of smokers.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he came out of smokers. He went in there at the age of
So what do you
16.
reckon we start a smokers club here? We'll put a TikTok live and I will start a smokers club. Trust me, I got good connections with matchmaking.
Yeah, I've heard.
Because we're all good.
We still need
to get a fight. All good. Someone will make it work.
We still need to get Mons and Luke Owen. That fight needs to happen.
Big Mons. Big. Fucking Mons, cuz straight out, bro. Flipper, switcher.
But yeah, and dude, like a lot of the time, that's how these fighters pay their bills. And you've got the best heavyweight of all time. I mean, it's hard to contend with. Who else would you put up there with Mike Tyson? Like he was
Randall Ray, cuz the guy who ate him alive.
Yeah, you could say. But I think the legacy that Mike Tyson leaves.
Randall Ray will pick this couch up with me sitting on it, bro, and chuck it on Mike Tyson. The couch, bro.
I don't know, man. I think once you get pet tigers, you just automatically get put into GOAT status.
Yeah, but because he's no Rocky Balboa like Randall Ray. I've seen, you know Randall?
Yeah, I know Randall.
You heard about Randall?
Yeah.
Because that's the real life Rocky Balboa.
Mm.
Straight up. I can't wait with that guy.
Who did you look up to?
When I was growing up?
Yeah.
All right. When I was growing up, I always, I had the same group around me from a very young age, like I had Suman around me, I had Ash around me, I had Darwin around me. I remember I had William Namal around me. These people I looked up to a lot, because they were older than me. You know what I mean? And I was like
you were
16,
the tall,
17
kid.
years old, and they were older. I was going to like their 30-year-old, like 31st. I remember I went to Darwin's 30th birthday. You know what I mean? Or 29th birthday. He just turned 29. I was going to his birthday. So these guys, they were older than me, They've already had their teenage days and like they're getting a bit
they're men.
older.
They're fully grown men.
So to me, I got to experience what life was like because they had already been through it. So when I was at the age of 20, I had already known what it was like to be at the age of 25. You know what I mean? Because you take your mind past that. You go, your mates are older than you. They know where to steer you into the right and the wrong tracks,
Yeah.
And you learn from a young age.
And I think as well the fact that you guys stayed tight for so long. I mean, still to this day, you guys still spar together. You still train together. You still eat together.
I got my gym's name tattooed on me.
Fuck.
Look at that.
Stand up so the people can see it.
Nah, bro, I'm standing up. Show my pubes, bro. My fiance will kill me, bro. But I'll show you. You know, like
Your fiance, did you recently get engaged?
Yeah, I recently got
Congratulations,
engaged. Yeah,
sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
How'd you do it?
How to do it?
Yeah.
I've always wanted, you know, like to get engaged, and like at the moment, I'm engaged right now, so like I'm kicking back, you know, I'm having the time of my life. But I've been planning it for so long. I've wanted to do it with this girl for so long, and like she's so special to me. So I done it on Valentine's Day. And I was like, you know, I hit it cheesy.
Yeah.
Because they call me, right, Leonardo the Gorgees. Leonardo the Gorgees, you know? Not Leonardo DiCaprio, you know?
Yeah, Leonardo the Gorgees. Who calls you that?
That's me, I call myself that. All right?
I think they call you the hitman, bro.
Yeah, no, Leonardo the
Who would've
Gorgees. Anyways, so yeah, I got married. I got engaged, and I want to get married probably next year.
Where'd you
know?
propose?
Where? In the city.
Yeah.
By the harbour, yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Do you have any photos?
Very nice.
Can we see it?
Jump on my Insta.
Jump on the
Go on
Insta,
my
Sian.
Insta, cuz. Jump on, brother.
You need to get out of these messages quick, smart.
Bang, right there.
Oh, that's beautiful,
Bang,
man.
Right there, cuz. That's a video.
Ah,
So I got engaged, you know. It's massive to me because I've wanted to do it for so long with this girl.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, just the time was right and it made sense, and yeah, there's the hitman on one knee, bro. I'm off the list, ladies. Sorry.
Congratulations, man. That's
thank
awesome.
you. This is a big step to life for me, you know.
Of
like,
course, it's a new chapter, man.
It's a new chapter for me, you know. Like now I've got a partner in my life, and she's amazing. You know, she pushes me forward into the right directions every day. So shout out to my fiance. But yeah,
Awesome,
it's
man.
amazing. It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. Straight up.
I can tell, bro. There's a real energy shift in you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, bro. I still spin out, bro. I can't believe I'm engaged now. I can't wait to have kids, bro. Honestly, imagine
Is
a
that on
little
the
mini
tables?
Alex
Yeah?
running around.
That's scary.
Yeah, because I'll bring a mini Alex here. I'm going to tell him, I'm going to
choke
teach him the
me
same
out?
thing. So he's going to have to choke you out, you know?
Fuck. I'm going to have to hide from
'Cause
you and your whole
my
family.
Kids, our kids are going to be menaces, bro. I can't wait.
Do you want them?
I got to get married first, but, you know,
Yeah.
like our culture.
You can get out of the
we
video.
gotta
Thank
get
you,
married
son.
first. Get married, then have your kids.
Of course. Do you want them to train?
My kids?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, bro. They
Yeah.
got to. Girl, boy, they got to know jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Have to. You know, it's one thing because
Sian, can you close that video, please?
when you're a kid and you're growing up, you get taught from a young age respect, right? And the way you get taught respect is when you tell your kids, when you jump on the mats, you bow. When you jump off, you bow. What does that teach them? It teaches them respect. When you come on, you bow, you shut your mouth, you sit in your class. And most kids, they got an attention span of 2 minutes, if that.
Well,
You know
not
what I mean?
anymore.
Huh?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
You're
yeah,
lucky
you
to
know
get
what I mean?
3
Like,
seconds out of a
I'm
kid.
saying 2 minutes at that. Like, you might get their attention.
2 minutes maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah, you might
Now
get
with
their...
TikTok,
Yeah.
with TikTok, you got 3 seconds to go. Grab
But,
them.
yeah, but the attention span is very short. So, they get taught at a young age to listen. To listen, or you have to do 2 burpees, for example. You know what I mean? So that's important for kids. And then I'm gonna do what my dad done to me when I was a kid. He grabbed me and, like, I think I was like 2 years old. He picked me up, chucked me in the water. Yalla, go swim. That's how Arabs learn how to swim. They pick him up, they throw him in the water. Yalla, go swim. Swear to God.
Figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out. Because when you're a baby, you know, honestly, you know, when you're a baby, you learn how to float off your
Float
back.
and shit, yeah.
Because you just come out of a stomach, so you learn how to float off.
Yeah.
My missus told me that.
There you
I didn't know
go.
that.
No, I didn't know that either.
Chuck 'em in the water,
It makes
bro.
sense, but because like
They
as a
float,
baby,
yeah,
you're just
yeah.
in water all the entire time.
Yeah, they float.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're so little as well, so
It's
they
like
have
that.
to be
Chuck 'em in,
buoyant.
cuz. What's the worst that's going to happen?
Yeah.
It's not going to go
But then
under.
there's people that are born like with like really dense bones. Like that happens with a lot of black people. That's why that
Yeah.
notion black people can't
Hey,
swim.
that's racist, bro.
It's not racist.
Hey,
It's
Luca, cut that out. No, I'm joking.
it's based in scientific fact. Like a lot of African people have much heavier bone density, which
they
makes them
do, they
negative
do, they
buoyant.
do.
You know, David Goggins talks about it a lot when he was becoming a Navy SEAL.
My mate, Suman Mokhtarian got punched in the chest. They hurt him for 3 weeks. He got punched by a black guy. Straight out, I heard him for like 3 months, guys. It probably still hurts you, Suman.
Yeah.
He got punched in the chest. That was the only thing that hurt him in that fight. The chest.
The chest.
punch.
It's a weird spot to get punched.
Bro, can we do it?
Nah.
No.
I'm done being a punch bag, bro.
Fuck.
It's
I'm just
over
trying to have
6.
fun, bro.
Listen, man, we're gonna wrap up.
Yeah.
Let the people know where to find you.
Guys,
That's your camera right there.
which one?
The one furthest on the left.
This one.
Yep.
Come here. Guys, look, listen. Hitman_ATT is my Instagram, right? If you want to find me on TikTok, it's the same thing. Guys, you know, give us a follow. And once again, thank you to the Lucas podcast for having me on, you know. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Luca, once again. Thank you to the little brother down there, 16-year-old. Shout out to you too, you know.
Shout out to Sound. Is that your TikTok there?
That's my TikTok. No, underscore, yeah, whatever. You know, look at this, me pumping out a gill outside. Pretty active.
Is that outside the gym?
That's outside the gym. I'm pumping out a gila. Outside the cop shop.
You can pump it anywhere at any time.
So, you know, if you want to watch some funny videos, come follow me, you know, straight up.
Yeah, you're a real shitster on TikTok, man. Always
Hey,
getting in
follow
trouble.
me, bro. What the hell? Press follow right now.
Yeah, we'll follow you right now.
Good,
I don't
bro.
even, no, I'm not
log
signed in on here.
log in and then follow me.
We'll get
All
it done,
good.
bro.
All
Don't
good.
worry.
Yeah, no, but yeah, we sometimes go live, you know, battle people and shit, talk some shit with some people. So, yeah, come tune in, you know. I'd appreciate it a lot.
Can you cut that video? Listen, man, I really appreciate you coming out, spending
you.
the time here, checking me out.
Well, man, there you go. You know, you find out stuff about me that you don't know.
Yeah.
You know? So I just want to say a big thank you also to everyone. Oh wait, I've got to do this properly. A big thank you to everyone, our Australian top team. A big thank you to my coaches, Suman and Ashkan Mokhtarian. Without you guys, you know, you guys paved the way for everyone at our gym. Australian top team is the best gym. Urban Fight Night is the best show, right? You guys are doing things no one else is doing. So a big thank you to you guys. Once again, thank you to Lucas Podcast. And fuck the haters.
Fuck the haters.
That's it.
Appreciate it, man. Can't wait to see you fight again. I know that's an
Yeah,
undisclosed
hopefully
date, but it will happen. I'm looking forward to that date. Guys, thank you for smashing the subscribe button. We will see you next time.
Shit.